Hey, Thatch here, and welcome to the Poké Podcast. This week we talk Pokemon Winds and Waves, wishes, hopes, dreams, predictions. It's a great episode, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Also, this week on stream, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, over on Twitch and YouTube, you can come and hang out, and we're going to be giving away a few eShop gift cards, probably 2 or 3 $5 eShop gift cards, as well as a copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Nintendo Switch/Switch 2, whichever one you want to put it on. It'll be a code for it. And just to get you guys to come out and hang out, because the streams are a lot of fun, they're good energy, and I hope you would join us and just have a good time on stream and talk with us about Pokemon and PUCL and everything that you hope to see throughout the year for Pokemon, and especially everything until next year. But I have rambled on long enough, and there's a show to get to, so PUCL Up is an exciting episode, and we'll see you over there.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PUCL Podcast.
It's PUCL! PUCL! It's PUCL! PUCL! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PUCL! PUCL.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the PUCL Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today. Well, handsome Trainer Thatch, I should say, as I've been deemed. But welcome to the PUCL Podcast. I've got some exciting co-hosts today. We got the one and only Lord Jushiro.
Some say Gentleman Jushiro.
And my personal rival, Bocefus.
Yeah, they call me Butt Ugly Bocefus. What's up, guys?
Welcome to the PUCL Podcast. PUCL, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. We are the longest running Pokemon podcast, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon, apparently. So that's cool. That's cool.
Longest running on this planet.
On this planet. That is true. Specifically on the planet Earth.
I assume Pokemon is on other planets.
We can only hope.
Otherwise, where would a Deoxys come from?
Deoxys, Clefairy, Starmie. Come on.
I do find it weird that some Pokemon in Pokemon lore are from other planets, and we just go, like, it can look very humanoid like Deoxys, and we go, no, that's a Pokemon. That's fine. It makes sense to put it in a Pokeball. Like, it makes sense.
But like, it definitely has like somebody that it talks to telepathically and has deep feelings and communication.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that never even crossed my mind. I really need to go rewatch Destiny Deoxys.
Right? Like, no, we're just like
with that lens.
We're just like, oh hey, we can just have Deoxys. We can just catch this thing, right? Like, it happens multiple times. It's not just Deoxys. It's like other things. We're just like, the Pokemon universe is just like, yeah, that's a Pokemon probably. Like, look at Bert and Ernie. I mean, throw in Sock. Like we like.
Oh yeah.
Are those not like okay? I understand. Like, I understand the belt for Machamp is its skin. That's fine. That's disturbing. But like, throw in Sock, is that? Are they actually like? I don't know.
Those questions you don't want to say. You don't want to know the answer to.
You're
what's under
absolutely correct.
Hitmonchan's gloves?
Yeah, right? Okay, Hitmonchan. Okay, Hitmonchan. I'm okay with.
Does he have fingers under there?
I'm gonna say I'm okay with Hitmonchan, and I'll explain why. Because I think his face is a piece of paper, so I'm really okay with Hitmonchan. Like, we can say Hitmonchan's a Pokemon, okay?
Yeah.
His head is not humanoid. Okay.
I don't think Cinderace. I think like Cinderace and like those are men. Man, those are men with jobs that pay taxes.
I have a problem with all of the Gen 8 starters for that very reason, by the way. Because they are just like, I've explained this several times, and Bo, I know you listen to the show. You're probably one of the only co-hosts that listens to every episode, but I know, but like, I don't like starters that you can just like high five at the end of the day, right? Like, that makes no sense. I shouldn't be able to high five. I shouldn't be able to high five my starter like that. I shouldn't be able to.
I know I've said this on the podcast before, but in the Journeys episode where a ghost Cinderace evolves and then runs and hugs him and they like rub cheeks together like they're best buddies, and I'm like, well, that's just like his brother now. Like,
yeah, that's just a person. That's just a person.
It's just like the relationship is more akin to like Ed and Al Elric. You know what I mean? Like more partner-esque than Pokemon-esque. Like, okay, there's one that's clearly in control where it's like, okay, Cinderace, you're out. I'm calling the shots, but like you also just kind of make your own decisions half the time. So
I don't know. Like I think about so both Gen 7 and Gen 8, which I think are very clearly almost the same game design, come at me, I guess. At the end of each game, you have this moment with your starter. It like comes out of the Pokeball and you like say hi to it. And I think it's fine for Pokemon in Gen 7 because the designs are fine outside of Incineroar, which is just like he's a wrestler. And Decidueye, even though it stands on two legs, is still very owl. You know, it's still very owl. And like Primarina is Primarina, which is the worst one out of the bunch. But did you know Primarina has a 7/8 chance to be a male? Weird. But
yeah,
think about that. Think about that, guys.
The elephant in the room, which is Gardevoir and Lopunny.
Yeah, just think about that, guys. Primarina is a more than likely going to be a male, but it's fine. So
I watched this person the other day doing a fire red leaf green. They're doing like, hey, we're doing soft resets, trying to get a shiny Charmander. This person, this dog lover got it in 15 and it was female.
What? Oh man, that's nuts actually. I like that we're more impressed by the female part than the
15, right? That's what I was like.
Than the 15.
You know how many times? Oh man. Anyway, that was like that. Okay, I'm done.
You know how many games of Pokemon I've played and my starter's actually been a female? I can't remember. I don't think it was that many, if at all. Honestly,
yeah, I think my run right now in Leaf Green, my Blastoise is female.
Lucky.
I was gonna say my I don't even remember which playthrough now.
It was a bigger deal back in Gen 3. When before Ditto was in the game, which is an interesting thought, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 3 was a weird time. Gen 3 was very weird. I don't know that everybody appreciates that that's playing Fire Red and Leaf Green right now, but Gen 3 was a weird time.
It was.
Like
it was the gen that almost killed my I almost dropped off in Gen 3.
A lot of people did. I think even if you just look at the sales numbers, that's when Pokemon, I mean, it's actually the reason for Fire Red Leaf Green. Fun fact. I don't know how many people know this, but Fire Red and Leaf Green were kind of a response to Pokemon's like sales numbers dropping after Ruby and Sapphire. And they were worried that they were losing the initial generation of people who were playing Pokemon Red and Blue, which is kind of true because they moved to the Game Boy Advance, which was not as popular of a console as the original Game Boy.
People grew out of it.
Yeah, I mean, the original Game Boy also at the release of Pokemon Red and Blue in the United States at least had like 8 years to have existed. And the Game Boy Advance, when they launched Ruby and Sapphire, existed for maybe 2. So the install base was definitely lower, which definitely did not help. But what happened was, since they had that drop off, they're like, oh man, how do we hook the new kids? How do we get new kids to play Pokemon so we can keep this money train flowing? Okay. And they decided, well, what if we just made the games that started it all over again and just got people hooked on the same game once again? And that is why Fire Red and Leaf Green exist. And that is also why Fire Red and Leaf Green are slightly easier games in general, by the way. Than the original Red and Blue, because if it's very handholdy, that's why the Teachy TV exists.
Yeah.
That is also why.
That I noticed.
That is also why. Well, it's not entirely the reason why things like Charmander Learning Metal Claw exist. But because that's the only game that Charmander actually learns Metal Claw, by the way, via level up.
Yeah.
It is Gen 3.
Brock.
It's for
Just
Brock.
For Brock.
But the reason there is a secondary reason for that, because this is another fun fact that I'm not sure a lot of people are aware of. In the original Gen 1 games, Brock's Pokemon never use a rock type move. They only use normal type moves.
That's right.
And
it was Bind and Constrict.
Yeah, and in
Bind, Pardon, and Bide.
Yeah, and in Generation 3, when they remade it, both the Geodude and the Onix, I believe, know Rock Tomb. So you can actually get a rock type move to hit the Charmander. So you can't just like cheese it a little bit and just like have a hard time embering it to death.
Mm-hmm.
You could just be like, oh man, that's a super effective move, and then we're done.
Because that's what people will say, that like, oh yeah, Charmander is hard mode or whatever. But I'm like, you get to the same level as either one of them, and you just ember around Bide, and that's really it.
It's more about the special stat, I think. Teaching you about the special stat than anything at that point.
Right. It's like, okay, normal type moves don't do anything. And stat special difference is like, this thing is obviously attack and defense heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you go through that with Charmander, just use Ember, like Geodude and Onix both die in like 2 hits. Like it's not even hard.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
But yeah, that is Leaf Green and Fire Red existed to try to hook the younger generation. Also to fill out Pokedex stuff, by the way. Not saying it doesn't.
Yeah, it fills in not all the gaps, but most of the gaps between Ruby and Sapphire and Coliseum, and then XD fills in the rest.
Oh, no, you don't. So actually, you don't need Coliseum and XD at all to complete the full dex.
Oh, it does fill them out in both?
The only thing you're missing a couple things, but Emerald fills in the rest of the gaps.
Emerald does.
Yeah.
But it is a very tedious task. Very, very tedious. The number of times you have to play and beat the games, very high.
Yeah, well, it's at least 3 because of the all the choices you make between starters and Johto starters.
It's not even starters. So like the legendary beasts show up in Fire Red, Leaf Green. That is based on your starter, so you have to beat that 3 times.
Yep.
In Emerald, you can get the Gen 2 Johto starters, but you only get them once you complete the Hoenn Dex, which is, I mean, you have to beat Emerald to do that. So that's a lot. And so if you get Coliseum and XD in Gen 3, don't play. Virtual Console's not compatible with Home, so like until they tell me otherwise, I'm pretty sure, like 90% sure it doesn't happen. But
it's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be. Which was my worry the entire time when they announced it for NSO, by the way.
XD?
XD, yeah. XD comes out this month, if it's not out already.
I have not played it, so it's going to be my first time.
It's great. XD is actually fine. XD is fine. XD Gale of Narcissus is fine. The one that is hard is Coliseum. It's kind of grindy. Gen 3.
I play Coliseum.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the show either, but like, I mean, I probably have at some point in the past 19 years or whatever. But Gen 3 was also designed to prevent you from being able to like rent the game and get the missing Pokemon you were missing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which is why you have to complete the game several times to fill the whole Pokedex. But it's also the reason why, to be able to trade out of Pokemon Coliseum, you have to purify literally every Pokemon first, which is a chore. That is a huge chore. It is so annoying. I do not recommend. Yeah. But I guess without home support, you never have to do that because you'll never transfer them out. So we got that going for us, I guess.
Well, I guess.
I don't know. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I also don't know why we never have ever seen the Shadow Lugia design ever again. I don't know why we've never seen it.
It's probably who was the publisher for XD, or who was the?
It was Genius Sonority. But I think Genius Sonority got like rolled into another company that Pokemon just essentially, they became like a third-party developer for Pokemon specifically.
Okay.
I have to double check this, but it was pretty, because they actually Genius Sonority actually they developed not outside of XD Gale of Darkness. The company also developed, I believe, like Pokemon Shuffle. Oddly enough, they did Pokemon Shuffle, and they're actually still doing Pokemon Cafe Remix. I lied. I apologize. They still exist. And they did some non-Pokemon games. Look at that.
We also got Shadow Mewtwo in Pokémon Tournament that we never got anywhere else.
I think that's fine. I don't need that one. Shadow Lugia though looks really cool. So
I think Shadow Mewtwo looks tight.
It does look good, but like Shadow Lugia is just like classic. They're just like, that's evil Lugia right there.
I do remember where I was sitting, like when I first saw the trailer for XD Gale of Darkness and Shadow Lugia passes over the ship.
Yeah.
And I just like,
it's such a cool opening scene.
Like, oh.
It's such a cool opening scene, and they kind of just run out of steam immediately afterwards. So the game story is just like, we're doing this really cool world building and it's done.
Not doing it.
Why would we do this anymore?
Every anime game on the GameCube.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be in the West. You know about West?
Hmm?
It is set in like a more Western, like
so the Ore region is essentially the Pacific Northwest. And honestly just the Western United States. Because a lot of it's in the desert, so it's like Arizona area, stuff like that. Like Phoenix is Phoenix City. It's literally called Phoenix City. It's Phoenix.
Is it considered lore canon?
Unclear.
The region, I'm sorry.
Unclear. I don't know that Ore has ever been announced or described anywhere else. That's what I think. I don't think Ore has ever been described in any other game. It's very, very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, it's hard to say because Pokemon is like, yeah, these things are mainline games or whatever. These are part of the main core story, and things like the Legends games are part of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those regions count, and those games count because they're part of it. But it's like, yeah, does Ore count? Is that part of? Is that part of it? It's not. And it's like, I think Holland should count, but it's not ever going to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. I mean, it's Gen 3. It's that time frame. There were no rules. They didn't really know what they were doing.
Yeah. This goes into my theory with fanfics now and how I treat all media, because I was like, certain things are canon, and somebody said it to me because I was like, well, that's not a real Pokemon, and somebody was like, Jimmy, there are no real Pokemon.
Stop.
Like,
stop.
Damn it, you're right. Dang it. But I was like, well, now everything is canon, right? Anything anybody makes up, every fanfic ever is real.
Yeah, I was gonna say every fanfic, everything official is a fanfic. It's everything's a fanfic.
Because a fanfic is just as made up as the real thing. Here I go saying it again. The real thing, like my made up Pokemon, are just as real as the Pokemon company's made up Pokemon.
No, so, I disagree. I disagree with you, Bo.
I know you. Oh, this makes people really mad. I know, but it is because it's all made up. You just pay money for that one, but it's just as real.
Yeah, I do. Anyway, okay, and I get really nice merch. Okay,
your money gives it value, but it doesn't make it any more real.
Yes, but can you catch your Pokemon, Bo?
You can.
Only in your mind. Only in your mind.
I can never catch your Pokemon in a Pokemon game sold by the Pokemon Company.
You don't know.
Yet. Waiting for that poison electric ant. All right.
I named my dude in Pokopia Didosopus, and I think that's going to be a Pokemon.
I'm going to stop us here. And
32 minutes into the intro.
We're 30. This is the longest intro that we've ever done, probably. There's comments right now on Spotify and YouTube where they're just yelling at us. What's going on? But yeah, we hate this. Why did it take 40 minutes to get to the topic this week? So we're gonna go ahead. And we're gonna stop it here, and we're gonna kick it on over to the news. Welcome to the news. In the news, the first thing we have is Jushiro, because Jushiro wanted to do this part.
Yes, because Pokopia sales in the first 4 days had sold more than 2.2 million.
That's nuts.
Copies. It is nuts. I don't know if that's like fastest growing Pokemon game since the Switch era, Switch 2 era.
No. Not Pokemon game, but it is one of the better selling. Already at 2.2 million copies, it's already one of the better spin-off games for Pokemon.
I mean, based on the notes here, it sold more than Poketopia, but I fear that's an inside joke.
What? Sold more than Poketopia? Battle
Revolution.
Revolution. Yeah, it has sold more than Battle Revolution.
Okay.
I've made some Pokopia and Poketopia jokes myself. Yes.
Yeah. Poketopia was the town that you were in Pokemon Battle Revolution, which it looks like, actually, this is a complete aside, might be a thing that might be in Pokemon Champions, like something like it. If you watch the trailer for Pokemon Champions that came out on Pokemon Day.
That'd be really cool to revive.
What a cool nod.
Champions. Yeah.
Although, based on our previous conversation on the different regions that appear in spin-offs, it is kind of getting annoying for so many regions to appear in spin-off games that don't show up anywhere else.
No, Poketopia is just like a place, though. Like, that's fine. It's just a place. It's just like a town.
It's like an amusement park. Yeah. I'm fine with that just existing wherever.
Yeah, I'm okay with
but
that.
it's just like that island on the Pokken.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Pokemon Masters EX Island that I don't remember the name of because nobody plays it.
The town from Detective Pikachu the movie.
That one.
It would be neat. It would be neat if they were just like, all these places are over here.
Yes.
And they're on this. They're on this land.
They're in this weird archipelago.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would love to see like an official Pokemon world map.
That would be awesome.
I want something like that. That's like almost the same as the Hyrule Historia for Pokemon for Legend of Zelda, where it's very clear to me that they had to like rush putting together all the lore and trying to make something that was not meant to be coherent. I want that.
Right.
I want to watch I want to watch Pokemon scramble to explain itself.
As someone who grew up with Star Wars being my favorite thing in the world, that would make my inner child so happy. Because nothing makes me happier than Frankenstein lore. That is just chopped together and just sewed together however it fits. I just love it.
And it's all real.
All right, by the way, I wanted to move on to video game news. In the video game news, it has been announced that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Championship Series regulation is going to be Regulation I moving forward after this month, and it will probably stay that way for the rest of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's existence. For those of you at home, that does not mean that Scarlet and Violet will be the game that Pokemon is going to use competitively forever or for any amount of time until Champions comes out. But it does mean the Sword and Shield servers are still up. You can go play on the ranked servers for Pokemon Sword and Shield right now, and that's because they're stuck in their last regulation. This is the last regulation for Scarlet and Violet.
I assume that this is basically their version of maintenance mode until they have to move on.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. We're just going to Regulation I. Regulation I, for those of you at home, is 2 restricted Pokemon are allowed on your team. So it's like the very typical GS Cup format that ends every cycle. But yeah, moving on. We've also got the Global Challenge for 2026, the first one. Where this is actually one of those things where you can earn championship points. Oh, you can't actually. It says actually championship points won't be available for this one. But you can check it out. When Pokemon Champions comes to the Nintendo Switch in April, you can join this Global Challenge.
I can't wait.
Pokemon Champions I'm pretty excited for.
I am. I'm excited for everything Pokemon this year and next.
They've done a really good job. We were talking about this before we started today. Yes. They've done a very good job.
I am more hyped now than I was through in the Scarlet and Violet release segment. Not that I wasn't excited, but this time around I feel just more excited.
All right, and then we're gonna move ahead to our Pokemon Go segment where the Bug Out event starts in Pokemon Go, and where you can get it is the introduction of Blipbug and its evolutions. I believe there's also a Sizzlipede that's going to be out as well. This starts, I believe, March 17th. So this Tuesday, you can catch things in the Bug Out competition, which is kind of exciting. Additionally, there's going to be a bunch of event bonuses, 2 times XP for catching Pokemon with nice throws or better, 2 times candy, 3 times Go Pass candy, I guess, as well. The Go Pass is there's probably going to be a special pass for the event. And they're trying to move to this model, so you pay $8 instead of $2. And it's they're trying to squeeze you. And additionally, there's also some extra wild encounters, like Shiny Caterpie is going to be increased. The introduction of Shiny, I believe, Sizzlipede is going to be there as well. Nimble, 3-star raids and Pinsir, Scizor, and Cleavor. Ooh, Cleavor. I like Cleavor. Nice. Who's cooler in your minds, by the way? Before we move on. Scizor or Cleavor? Which one's the best?
Who's cooler?
Yeah, who's your favorite of the two? Like, if you had to choose, like, Cleavor's hanging on a cliff, Scissor's hanging on a cliff, and you gotta save one. You can only save one. Who are you saving?
I've got a biker dude in a leather jacket and Tarzan. Like, both of them are cool.
Yeah, but which one are you saving? Which one are you saving?
Am I saving?
Yeah, which one are you saving?
Man.
This is a trolling problem.
Scissor's got wings. I'd probably take Cleavor because Scizor could just fly.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. This is the Poké opinion now. We're gonna find some split evolutions.
Pokeballs. It's not. You skipped me.
Okay.
You skipped me, and it's my turn to read about the TCG.
Wait, I'm not done. I got one more thing.
You were about to say a Poké prediction.
Well, I was going to talk about Poké opinion. But
that's okay.
We're going to go ahead and say this last thing before you talk about the TCG, though. In Pokemon Go, there's also from March 21st from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. It is Water Research Day, and the featured Pokemon are Feebas, Lotad, and Clamperl. There's also some shiny Magikarp, shiny Chinchou, shiny Marina, and more that will pop up. And there's some field research to help you catch some Lotad, Feebas, and Clamperl, all of which can be shiny. And for $2, you can get some paid research to get more, I guess.
Whoa.
But nice. Yeah, all right. Now you can tell me about the TCG, Bo. You can tell me about the TCG all you want right now.
All right. Hey, the new set is Chaos Rising. It was announced for late May. It is not the same thing as Chow Raising, but the face card is fraud.
Unfortunately.
If you know what Chow Raising is, you're old.
Yes, Chow Raising.
And cultured.
Yes.
And cultured. You are likely a gentleman.
You are likely a gentleman.
2-player draft. That's not one, but two-player draft is coming to League in April. And did we ever find out what that was exactly?
I didn't get the link. Let me double check real quick. 2-player draft. Pokemon. Let's find out. Learn to be. Oh, okay. Wait. Is this an actual thing? Oh man, that's from 2025. I don't know what this is referring to, and the link that I got from the news preparation was for these really cool acrylic stands you can get if you actually attend League, and you earn the max League points for that month, and you can get this cool acrylic stand. It looks like it's the starters from Pokemon ZA right now, but there could be more. I don't know. That's a quarter. I miss when they used to do badges. You should just do badges.
Badges, man, badges. I went back for badges. I still have my black and white badges.
I would go back for badges right now. If they did badges, I don't care how good I do at the TCG. I will go back for badges.
Badges has always been the best reward you can get.
To be fair, when was the last time a Pokemon game gave us good badges? Right? When was the last time?
Memorable.
Black and white too.
Black and white. That sounds about right, actually. I think. I would argue the Gen 6 badges are fine. Those are okay.
I don't like them. They're weird.
I think they're a little over-designed, but they're fine.
They're over-designed, and they look plastic. They don't look shiny metal. They look like, even in the game, they look like plastic.
They made them too 3D.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was the one downside to X and Y, was that it was on the 3DS when it was trying to do 3DS things. And then when they stopped trying to do 3DS things and we're just doing like, you know what, let's just do more like better DS things.
Yes.
That's when the games got good. So
when Nintendo was just like, what if we just stopped trying to do 3D and we just made, N64 quality games or GameCube quality games on the 3D?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing they were trying to sell us for a long time, was 3D movies and 3D this and 3D that. Like,
that was the gimmick of the machine, yeah.
Well, that was also the gimmick of the time, too. If you guys remember the year of our Lord 2011.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything was 3D then.
3D TVs existed. That was a thing. 3D TVs, it was something you could buy.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird.
2011.
Watch your own TV.
Yeah.
Dork.
That's 2011 Skyrim year 0.
Yeah, it turned out they must have had some statistics where they realized nobody had the 3D slider on their 3DS ever. And we're just like, we should dump this. Just make it a more powerful DS. Let's go.
That's what we want, actually. Oh, man.
All right, we got one more for you, Bo.
Oh, yeah, there's another thing is Q2 League Cup playmats are better than the extended pack art, and I haven't seen what they look like.
They are so cool, actually, with the Mega Lucario and the Mega Gardevoir and the Mega Absol. It is just a really cool looking playmat. Absolutely think it's hype. It is a very cool playmat.
Oh, yeah.
What?
No, that's wicked. How come they're not the Z versions?
Well, why Z versions aren't in the TCG yet, Bo?
That's what I'm saying.
So a couple other things, some housekeeping in PUCL. The badge bonanza this month is still Fire Red Leaf Green. You got to beat the game for the bronze or for the silver. We don't have a bronze, and then you have to, I believe, then you have to beat the Team Rocket hideout for the gold. It is fun. Fire Red Leaf Green coming out again. By the way, I didn't realize how much I like those games. Yeah, I always thought it was a headache to go through it, and I've been playing it, and I love it. When I'm not playing PokeOpinion, I'm playing that. This month is just like so much Pokemon hype. The last time I have ever gone, and I feel really bad. I feel like a shill saying this. The last time I've ever gone and been like, man, I want to wear something of that brand. Like I'm like feeling the vibes, and I'm just like, man, what Pokemon shirt do I have in my dresser right now? What Pokemon shirt's in my closet? Was never. And this past week, I've just been like, okay, I want to wear this Pokemon shirt. Oh, I want to wear, it's really, I'm just like, I've caught the bug. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
All aboard the hype train.
Yeah. Choo, man. Choo.
I never stopped. I wear Pokemon t-shirts every single day.
I know you do. I know you. Yes, you do.
I never quit. Don't worry, guys. I've been here the whole time.
We're joining you for the first time.
I'll only wear Pokemon socks.
I believe that, actually.
I'm not lying to you guys.
I believe that. No, socks are like the perfect place to flex your personality.
Right.
Yeah. I have 5 tattoos and they're all Pokemon.
All right.
I have Star Wars tattoo, not Pokemon tattoo.
Nice. I want to get a combo. I think I'm going to stick to everything Pokemon, but I want to add other stuff into it. But I think I want to do a Star Wars Pokemon combo.
All right.
We should talk. We should get a tattoo together.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wochien's News Corner, news brought to you at a snail's pace. 10 years ago this week, Koro, remember Koro giving us news leaks?
Man.
Wow.
Announced Koro announced the Pokemon elections, which is the poll that eventually told us that nobody likes Simisear.
Well, poll that no one needed.
Now he's beloved. Now Simisear is beloved.
Simisear's fine. Also, the poll doesn't mean that you don't like. No, well, it just means that Simisear was like very few people's favorite. Right. The poll was just like, who is your favorite Pokemon? Every Pokemon was represented on that, by the way, at the time. And Simisear just got the fewest. You're my favorite, which is fine. Right. That makes sense. They gave it a V card out of all of the monkeys. They gave Simisear a V card in the TCG.
The participation trophy.
Like, here you go, Simisear. Nobody will play it, but here you go.
They took the V card from the other ones then?
Yeah, they did. I know what you're saying. I'm not going any farther. But yeah, with that, guys, that has been our news. We've got an awesome topic to talk about today. This has just been a fun episode with the three of us have very good chemistry. And we're going to go ahead and move it on over to our topic.
I have good biology.
Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is Pokemon Winds and Waves predictions. Things that we want to see in Pokemon Winds and Waves that maybe could be controversial, could not be controversial. I don't know.
See?
Do not say that. Do not say
you
we
said it first. You said we want.
No, I said winds and waves. I said winds and waves.
You said things that we want to see.
Oh my gosh.
We want to see.
This is why we're rivals. This is why we're rivals,
This is
Bo.
Pokemon we want. Pokemon we want.
Yeah,
right
Pokemon we want it. You're a good idea, Thatch. Pokemon we want.
All right. Well, first prediction, we should stop calling it. We won't. But
we're gonna call it Weewa.
I do appreciate that the Pokemon community is very good at least choosing names that don't potentially cause issues.
I mean, they handled.
Look at you, Sumo.
Sumo is the first one where that was intentional to get away from other things.
Yeah,
Sumo was a good one. Swish, that makes sense. Swish is a good one. Swish is solid.
Yeah.
Outside of everything about those games, it's solid. The name is solid.
Hey, I love those games.
Scarlet Violet just being SV, that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Super Violet.
It's fine.
Pokemon SVU.
Pokemon SV.
Oh, God.
But back to the topic. We have a number of things, and I want to go. We know a lot of things about the Pokemon games, Winds and Waves, right? We know the characters. I think we know a lot of really, really fun things about the starters. Like they're very cute, all of them. I think all of them are winners, actually.
Yes.
I can't. That's not a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take.
No, I've seen way more positive feedback from the starters this generation that I have negative.
I don't think I've seen anybody talk down on any of the starters in any significant way.
I saw some folks smacking Gekwa, and I shut it down. And I think changed the minds of those people on the internet.
And the worst thing I've heard is people saying that Brout is weird, but weird is not bad. Weird is still pretty Pokemon.
Great.
Weird's great. Brout is great. Everybody loves Brout. But I want to go on and talk about a few of the things that I really want to see happen, things that I think could be weird, but also good for Pokemon. Bo and I have done so many of these episodes, but
I've done a few too.
I know. The three of us have been around on this podcast for a very, very long time.
More than a decade.
Years at least, yeah.
Yeah, over a decade. And I really want to just talk about it. I think one of the things based on the trailers, and I think this is really weird, I don't even know if it's a good thing, and this is a prediction I think could be very controversial if it's true. Like if it happens, I can see people being upset. So the number one criticism about Pokemon having two versions is that the games are just the same game but with different Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the style of the trainers and the different logos and how they're dressed, like the Pokemon Winds trainers have like just a backpack you might wear on land, while the Pokemon Waves the Pokemon Waves trainers, that's how you say those words, have like a plasticky backpack. And I think that there might be different areas to explore, kind of going back to the idea from Pokemon Black and White, where we had like White City and Black City, which had no difference. Honestly, you could just get them. I don't think it mattered.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Even if it's aesthetic, it's still great.
Right.
But kind of like that, but in an extended manner where maybe there's locations that are specific to Pokemon Waves and locations specific to Pokemon Winds, where
maybe exactly that there's deep underwater or up in the sky.
Exactly. I wonder if that is what it is. And my prediction, I will stand behind it. This is the episode where we make a bunch of clips where when the game comes out, at least one of them will be an I told you so. And I think that both games will be far more different than just the typical Pokemon exclusivity. I believe there will be like different exploration mechanics almost.
Okay, here's why you're wrong. Because that's not going to happen.
Why?
It's not going to happen because one, they're cowards and they're not going to change the formula.
I think they will. I think they will.
I know you do, and that's why I'm saying you're wrong. The other reason is because they each have the same hoverboard, skateboard, surfboard attachment thing on their backpack, and I think that is going to be a little more crucial than what we're doing right now, because I think it's going to be both maybe like a wind board and a wave board or something like that. But I think that's going to be the exploration tool. And I think the gear that we're looking at might be something interchangeable where we might put on like a wetsuit when we go underwater, or we might put on like a more of like a glide suit or like lighter clothes when we're doing like the winds part. We don't know what that is yet exactly, but I think it's going to be more based on gear. And I think that is going to play more of a role in this than it has previously, because usually key items are more like you get this one thing and it lets you pass further in the game and that's it, or it's like the bike or the fishing rod and stuff like that, where it's like you do use them often, but they're optional. And I think this time your gear like is going to be like more like your key items, and you're going to be unlocking gear along with Pokemon. And instead of using like 8 gems and stuff, you're just going to have tools that you use that might like your Pokemon might assist you with them. But I think it's going to be more based on that. And I think it's still going to be the same areas.
My other probably more realistic take, to be fair, is probably that it's more of a middle ground. Like I would love to see more of a middle ground where you kind of get different options. Like the way I think about it is maybe there's a path in the game where you have to do both. In both versions, you have to do it, but maybe you get unlock different items in different orders, right? That you're talking about, Bo, where the hoverboard lets you go to the wind section earlier in Pokemon Winds, and it lets you go to the wave section earlier in Pokemon Waves. Something like that.
I could also see there being, to your point, I could see there being different puzzles for each game.
Yes,
like more of a water-based puzzle for waves, or however it is. And I think we might be looking a little too into the titles of winds and waves as to like what the different games will be, because obviously we're not going to spend like the entire time in the air in one of those games. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think what that means is like maybe because we know that there's gonna be like temples sometimes or dungeons in this game. And it might be like one of the dungeons, maybe the last dungeons in one game. It's gonna be an underwater dungeon, and then the other game is gonna be like a dungeon in the sky. Essentially, just like Black and White, it's gonna be the same dungeon, give or take differences, right? But it's just an aesthetic change to have people want to buy both games instead of just one.
Yeah, I think they should do a little bit something to try to get people to buy both versions.
Yeah, we're no longer in the time where just having different, like 10 different Pokemon is enough to justify having 2 versions. You have to do a bit more than that to justify it.
And I think the Pokemon Company has kind of done that to themselves a little bit recently with Pokemon Legends games, with those having one singular version. I mean, just the number of times I get people complaining, and this upsets me, because people don't understand that like Pokemon is a game about making friends and socialization, and it turns out a lot of people who play video games don't want to socialize. I'm shocked.
Wow.
I mean,
and revelation of the year.
I mean, I've been in Xbox Live. I get it.
But they also the number of times that people just keep asking for the link cable, or it wasn't called the linking cable. The linking cable, is that what it's called? Linking cord.
From Arceus.
From Legends Arceus. The number of times I see people ask for the linking cord from Legends Arceus to be in any Pokemon game, I'm just like, no, that's not the point.
No,
that's not the point of the game.
I agree with them though. After almost 30 years, let me just get Gengar. Let me just get Machamp, please.
So it turns out you can. So it turns out that you can in most games nowadays anyway.
You can just capture it, or
since Sword and Shield, they've been very good about putting the final evolutions in the game.
Yeah, I had no problem finding a Gengar in CA.
Hey, do you guys still remember Mindy from Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah, I do remember Mindy.
Yep.
Snow Point City.
Yep.
Yeah. Mindy, if you're listening to this,
she's not.
Just I hope you. I'm coming. I remember. I'm coming for you.
I'm coming
back.
Well, do you guys?
I'm bringing everybody with me when we come. We're taking you down, girl. You better run to Snow Point City. I swear.
Do you guys have anything that you? Do you guys have anything that you think?
Nothing.
Jushiro, what do you have? What do you have?
Well, I have something that I've been wanting for a while now. We have some, not talking about the environments, but we have some graphical and animation advances in our Pokemon sprites and characters. I want them to do a little bit more. And what I mean by that is like one of my wish lists or prediction is that Pokemon in Generation 10 are not just going to close their eyes when they're asleep. They should lay down on the floor when they're asleep. Or if they're burns, why don't they have some burns and different eyes and expressions to show like they're burned? Or maybe they have a select your attack stance and an after selecting your attack stance.
At least 2 stances.
Right, 2 stances where like they're waiting for your order, and once you choose an order, they're in the ready positions that they're like. I want my Pokemon, because I've been spoiled so far, especially with with Pokopia. I want more character from my Pokemons now. They're spoiling me. Now I want more.
I'm with you. And you know what? You know what I'm sick of? Their excuse being like, well, there's too many Pokemon now. They can't do it for every single one. No, take some responsibility. Take some ownership for what you've done. You are the largest media franchise on the planet. Right. You've created this. You've done this to yourself. Wow. Own it. Take some responsibility and give it to us. We deserve it. We pay you. I don't want a Super Bowl commercial. Give me the game.
Okay, you're right. The Super Bowl commercial was too much. I'm not gonna lie.
But $16 million.
It is actually. It is actually shown in the trailer for Winds and Waves, by the way, that they at least took the time, and it does look like most of the Pokemon were remodeled and reanimated in different ways. The biggest indication of this is the Pikachu capture scene in Pokemon Winds and Waves. The Pikachu is in a pose we have never seen in a Pokemon game before.
Good.
So
I want them to bring them to life.
That should be in every game.
Yeah. What should be in every game?
Models. A new animation we've never seen should be in every game. For Pikachu. For Pikachu? For Pikachu?
To be fair, we might actually have different animations for Pikachu in every game. I mean, remember C attacks? No, we haven't really.
No, from like Pokemon X and Y to Sword and Shield at minimum, they used the same models more or less.
Well, but what I mean is like, but they had like the C moves in Sun and Moon. Right, so he had his own special attack. So he had different animations there because he had an extra C move.
If you remember the Z moves, though, they just darted the model across the screen.
Yeah.
They did not animate those.
You are right. Suddenly, it got back to me. You're right. Yeah,
you
it
can
was
see
not
it
a
now.
special animation. Yep.
It was the same.
It just reminded me that it was the same running animation, but made into an attack. Yes, you're right.
No, they just reused the animations. No,
I'm sorry. I think we're on a Switch 2. I can play. You know what games I can play on this? I can play Borderlands. I can play
Fire Red Leaf Green
games. Oh, not Power World.
Fire. Don't you? I'm trying to name some big games. You can talk about some from 2003,
2004 actually, but
2004. I'm talking about Japan. Stupid.
I don't think it came out in 2003 in Japan. Let me double. I need to fact check.
I know you're probably right. I'm just.
I know this. I only know this because I have been correcting people constantly. It upsets me that I have to do this. It was actually 2004 in Japan. Yeah, I was right. Because people try to convince me that Emerald came out before Fire Red Leaf Green. No,
that did not happen.
That did not happen. Okay, good. But we live on the same planet.
Up in the time, and I remember that didn't happen.
I was alive.
Yeah, it didn't happen. But I think that's a good one. What about Bo? What do you believe will happen in Pokemon Winds and Waves? I
have to say Pokeball crafting system.
Obligatory.
Obligatory. Yep. I have to say it every generation. Let me customize Pokeballs with different effects. And
they were so close, by the way, in Legends Arceus. They were so close, and then they limited us.
If we could get a combination of what we got in Arceus and then just the seals,
yes,
I'm probably good. But let me change the color of my Pokeball. Let me get a basic Pokeball in every color of the rainbow. That's nothing other than the different color. And it doesn't have any other effects. It's just a different color Pokeball. Why can't I have that? Give me that, please. Let me make it myself. Let me do it. Let me do it in the game. Let me do what Richie did. Let me put a little star sticker on my thing. Let me put some seal. Anyway, I'll get off on this too much. Clothes. Let us customize the clothes. You can do it in every other game ever, like Animal Crossing, or not even just that, but any game where you have all these customization options. Just let us customize it. Don't make me buy 15 different colors. Give me the thing and let me make the colors. Let me just do that. Come on.
I will be. I don't know how they made such a good mechanic in Pokemon X and Y with the trainer customization, and then we're just like, what if we just made this worse in every single game? After
they
this,
have not nailed it afterwards. I just don't get it. Even in CA, which I was expecting.
No, well, Z-Ace is pretty good, actually.
It is decent, but I do not appreciate it as much as I appreciate it in X and Y.
Because the shopping part in ZA, because shopping is not fun in ZA. In X and Y, shopping is fun. You go to the boutiques and you get to see the clothes on the mannequins, and then you get to go try them on in the changing room. Now, in ZA, you just go to a menu and you see the clothes. And you don't try them on. Well, I mean, you do try them on.
You do try them on.
You don't get to change them out with your entire outfit like you got to in X and Y, and you don't get to see them on the mannequins. You get to see little snippets in the windows, but it's just like it's not fun. Shopping in ZA was fun.
I hate to probably shatter your world here a little bit, but in ZA, you can actually see the clothes before you go to that menu on the TV screens that are in like the front of every single store. If you pay attention to that flat wall.
It doesn't show you everything that's in there. It just shows you like
rotates. It rotates through all of them, yeah.
So you want me to stand outside the shop and wait for it to rotate instead of going and just clicking on the menu and seeing what's in there? That doesn't make sense, you old man. I'm going to go to the menu and do it. You want me to stand outside this window and wait for the things to change and rotate? Yeah. I'm trying to shop. What are you talking about?
Get into the trend, old man.
Get with the times.
Okay. Also, give us a bike back. I'm tired of running around everywhere.
Well, you did have Maridon and Koridon.
Well. Okay. That's fine. You're right. You did that. If the surfboard is also a skateboard / like some means of transportation,
it's a scooter. I guarantee you, it's a scooter.
I bet. Yeah, I think it is.
It's a scooter. It looks exactly. I don't know how they did it on purpose. They must have done it on purpose. But the skateboards they have are 100%. They look almost exactly like the Back to the Future Barbie skateboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
They nailed that design in 2026, 11 years after Back to the Future pretended to have done it.
Sounds very Nintendo, to be honest.
46 years at it.
Right on brand for Nintendo.
Yeah. So they finally caught up.
I also saw this is just one of my out there predictions, but I saw a fan art of the final evolution for Gekwa where it was just this like standing up 4-armed alien looking lizard.
That'd be cool.
Monster, and I really want that. And okay. I know the internet doesn't like it when they stand up, but
no, I think the particular issue is fire types.
It's not even fire types. My problem with
they're pretty upset when Sprigatito stood up.
My prediction is these starters will not become humanoid. That is my number one prediction. I'm
fine with bipedal. I don't like humanoid.
No, so like a good example of bipedal starters that are final evolutions. I'm gonna pull some of this up real quick. Is
Sceptile.
A Sceptile is a good one. For alligator is bipedal.
For alligator's a great one.
For alligator's bipedal. But it looks like a monster. I like Pokemon that look like monsters. They look like creatures.
Empoleon.
Honestly,
Infernape too.
Infernape does it pretty well.
Humanoids, as long as they still, they don't look that much human.
So this may be another episode that we should do where we just sit down and rank the starters based on how human they are when they're done. But I think the one that I think is on the fence that I don't quite. This is a complete aside and has nothing to do with Pokemon Winds and Waves. But Blaziken. Is Blaziken a humanoid starter? Is that a problem? Is this a problem starter? I don't know. I don't know if Blaziken is or not. I'm gonna be honest. It's borderline. It's right there. I think Blaziken is the line, right?
I'm pretty sure there's a moment in one of the animes where Blaziken is like holding one of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when when the superhero saves the girl and he's flying down, he's holding her and that. But I'm pretty sure there's that moment with Blaziken and May, or Blaziken and somebody else, Serena maybe, and that's where I'm like, nah, he's dude. He is man.
That's a guy. That's just a guy.
That's a guy. That's a guy. He's the hero.
Yeah. I do think Infernape's good. I think we could, as much as I just like Emboar, I think Emboar is fine as well. I think Emboar is a fine bipedal starter. I'm okay with starters being bipedal. I'm not okay with them being almost human.
I don't want them to have a face in hand.
So we're just discounting then Cinderace?
Yes.
Who else? Oh, well, Incineroar.
All of Gen 8. All of Gen 8. Hard stop. All of Gen 8.
All of Gen 8.
Meowscarada.
Meowscarada, no.
Meowscarada is just a person. That's just a person.
I guess. It might be the Digimon lover in my heart that allows me to accept them a little bit more.
Well, you're over here like Anja Woman is fine. Like that's
Anja Woman is a pet. Okay.
Yeah, Anja Woman is a pet.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
That's the same. Anja Woman is the same as a cat. Okay.
Yeah.
I would even say Quaquaval.
Well, here's something that
I would say Quaquaval is fine.
From Wind Away from Wiwa.
Yeah.
From
Wiwa, and that would be actual schedules, or at least have the characters do stuff around the town.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Let's have like them just characters stop moving, talking to each other, not be in the same place all the time.
Just standing and very still.
Prediction. Yeah, like someone like Majora's Mask without the time, right? Make it like a week schedule. It doesn't have to be a month long, just a week schedule where your characters have
Yes.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna find, I don't know, Brock, just to name a character, Brock, you know that you can find him at the gym from Monday to Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday he might be somewhere else where you need to convince him to go back to the gym and like make battles and something like that. Just so the world feels a little bit more alive. I think
awesome. Huge. I agree with that big time. I think that's a great way for them to introduce or reintroduce old characters. You know, like certain days of the week. And you'll find that out through dialogue from characters, right? Like you'll talk to them like, hey, on Wednesdays, Erica comes here and she does a seminar at the college, you know, because that's part of Erica's lore. And so you can like go take her Erica's seminar and then maybe challenge her after you've done it 3 times or, you know, and like you said, just to make the world more alive, give it some more side quests, things that don't like necessarily pertain to the story, but are just extra to just make the world more vibrant. And like that really ties back to like Silver and Gold and Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
They're not going to do that. They're just not going to do that because they are so
our wish list.
I know, but I'm fighting back a little bit.
Gotta get him his fight back.
Let me. The Pokemon company is now very sold on not real-time clocks. They want to do like the 20-minute day, 20-minute night cycle that they've been doing. And this is all started from Pokemon Legends Arceus, where it did work very well, granted. And I mean, it also goes against one of the things that I really want, which is I finally want a Pokemon. I want a Pokemon game that's not Legends Arceus, where I can evolve my Stantler, I can evolve my Ursaring. I can I want that. Like I should have that. I should be allowed to do it. And I don't know why they won't let me. I should be allowed to. And I'm okay. The way you get there is with this clock, mostly for Ursaluna, being a not real-time clock. And I'm okay with that, especially the same type of people that really enjoy Pokeopia's real-time clock are not the same type of people that really enjoy real-time clocks in Pokemon,
Call
games.
Me right dead in the center of that, what do you call it, that graphic. With the interest meets, because I'm a big, that's why Gold and Silver has been forever my favorite games, because that time mechanic has stuck with me for the longest time, and I just wish I had it back.
Yes. No, I really enjoy the time mechanic for that. I'm one of those people as well, Jushiro, but I don't think they will. My other take that I really want, and I hope they do it, there's a couple of things that I really want to get to, and hopefully we have time. But one, I want real gym badges back, and I think they will finally do it. I think they will give me real gym badges this time.
What do you mean by real gym badges?
Okay, so we haven't had real gym badges since Gen 6, and those weren't even good ones like we were talking about earlier.
Wait, what do you mean by real?
Okay, I want good gym badges. Like I want badges that look like badges. I don't want like a stamp like we got in Scarlet and Violet.
Yes.
Like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just gave us they gave us a very generic stamp that was like, this is what that type symbol is. You did it. Good job. I want you know, I want that OG badge feeling where it's just like, hey, this is a chunk of metal. Like so one of my favorite anime episodes, and it's not even in the original anime, it's in Pokemon Chronicles, which I don't even think you can watch right now legally anywhere. But in Pokemon Chronicles, there's an episode, for those of you at home, Pokemon Chronicles was this season of the anime, which was a bunch of episodes that had characters from the OG anime doing things without Ash. Occasionally they would mention Ash and talk about them, but there was one episode, it took place during the Gen 3 section of the anime. So Misty's back in Cerulean City running the gym, and she runs out of gym badges. And she has to go on this whole side quest to get a specific medal so they can make these gym badges. And I want to feel that when I get a gym badge, you know? And they've historically done a very good job up to Gen 5. Gen 6 was okay. They felt a little over-designed, a little puffy like we talked about, because they were trying to do 3D things. So they were just a little puffy. I also think of things like the voltage badge from Lumio City with like the lightning bolt sticking out of it. It doesn't look great. Yeah. And then Galar, all it does is give us chunks of like one big circle, which is not fun. I don't think it's good or fun.
Yeah, I mean, I get the concept, but so if you in Britain they have coins, right?
Yes,
Their coins all form the shield. Like if you flip them all over, the tail side, you can put them all together and it forms the shield of the royal house, which is cool. And that's kind of what those badges are trying to do.
Yes.
It just didn't execute very well because all the badges individually look like turds.
Yep.
Some of them literally. And yeah. And then you get it all together and you're like, wow, this looks okay, I guess. I have a wheel.
It is a circle.
I have a circle. And what is the metal? Do I wear this? Is this now forming
exactly? Am I just carrying like this plaque around now? I don't know.
Yeah.
And they did call them
badges.
They did call badges in Scarlet and Violet. And they are like metal things, but they just have the type like logo that they used in Scarlet and Violet for everything on it, and it's fine. I don't really particularly like them. I'm not particularly big on them. I don't think they're that exciting. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I would love to see them come back. And also by the way, I'm reminded by this as I'm scrolling the website for badges. Pokemon still knows how to do this, by the way. Pokemon very much knows how to make good badges again, because in Pokemon Masters EX, I forgot about this until just now, there are badges that they've recently made, and they are all good Pokemon badges. Like in my mind, they are good Pokemon badges, and you should be able to get them. I do not know why they don't let me get them. It's very frustrating. And I hope that they return to this idea of like, here's a gym badge, Thatch, you can have it. And yeah, I will stop there. I've got one more big one that I really want to talk about, but I'll let you guys. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is a complete aside and probably the biggest one. And this is very weird coming from me. If you would have talked to me 5 years ago, I would not have said this. But I really think that this game has the opportunity to be an actual open world Pokemon game. I don't believe that Scarlet and Violet was a very good open world, in quotes, Pokemon game, because Pokemon doesn't know how to really handle leveling in an open world.
Right.
And I agree, that's a difficult problem, but I think they could solve it here. I think they could probably just let the Pokemon be certain levels in certain areas as you discover them. And you're just like, well, I discovered this island first, and that's where my level 4 Pokemon are. And maybe Bo, you go to that island 4th, and that's where your level 20 Pokemon are in your game.
The Skyrim leveling mechanic.
Yeah. And that's permanently how the Pokemon are in that location for you, right? And I think that could be a really cool thing to do. Like, I would bring back level 5 Pidgeotos or whatever. It's fine. Do it, you cowards.
I mean, I guess that answers my question there, because I'm like, where would that then leave like certain Pokemon? Because like certain Mons you just don't get below 30, or like certain things. I mean, I guess not really. They could just make the lower levels or higher levels.
Well, we'll make rare Pokemons to be a level static depending on the region.
Yeah.
While you make more common Pokemon be depending on the level that you are. At the same time,
I agree with this.
Looking back to when we had that anime episode where we found out that the gym leaders actually chose which Pokemon to use, so that means that you really don't have an order. If you arrived at Dragon Gym first, then they're like, "Oh, how many badges do you have? Oh, you have no badges?
Yes.
Fine, then I'll start you with tier 1." And then grab tier 1.
Yeah,
I want that. I do
Pokemon.
want that.
That would be amazing. So you could just finish
that should happen
at whatever order you want.
No, that needs to happen.
I'm with you on that. I think they could do that and then do even like a second level of that almost, where you can do almost a Battle Frontier or post game. Your Elite Four almost does the same thing. Like I've been a fan of that concept for a while. I think they could really pull it off with Winds and Waves. I'm not sold on the leveling thing with locations and stuff.
I like it a lot because it reminds me of
like it.
It reminds me of the original concept for Pokemon. If you remember a lot of the quote unquote lore,
you could split and choose different paths.
Not exactly. It was more that instead of 2 versions of Pokemon, we were intended to have like 64,000 versions of Pokemon. Because the idea was every time you booted up the game, if you started a new save file, there would be a random seed for that world, and that would determine what Pokemon you had in your game.
Huh.
And that was the original idea. And then Miyamoto talked them out of that and just said, make 2. And then you could sell 2.
And 2.
No, Miyamoto was just like, Miyamoto goes, this is kind of a cool idea and I'm all for it. He goes, but what if instead of just one game that people bought and that had all the Pokemon like in the data, what if we just sold 2 and it was fixed? And he's just like, then people will buy 2. And he wasn't wrong.
Yep.
So
that's basically what made Pokemon.
Yeah. And that is what it was. But it kind of reminds me of the idea of like the random seeded world almost that they wanted in the original versions of Pokemon. And I kind of hope that they can kind of recapture that by being like, Bo, your island over here is different than my island in some way, right?
Or that. I think that's fun. And I think that gives the games a lot of replayability. Which,
yeah, exactly.
He likes to complain about now.
I don't complain about it. I think the games are fine in terms of replayability. Scarlet and Violet are fine.
I think Gen 7, 8, and 9 have some of the worst replayability of any Pokemon games.
I think Gen 9 is better than the rest of them. I think 8 is very bad at replayability for sure.
8, I haven't wanted to go back since it came out.
Gen 7 I've gone back to several times.
It's just a slow start. Once you get through it, it's fine.
Oh man, I hope there's no slow start, but that's a whole other thing. Based on Pokemon Legends EA, I think it's going to be a slow start. So
yeah, that jeepers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want more buddies. I want more like just friend characters that you interact with and battle and like, come back and revisit. Like I like in ZA, it was great. You had your 3 best friends basically that you hung out with all the time and did battles with. And you kind of grew with them. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be more travel companions. I want us to have individual relationships with these rivals and them not all be friends, and then you just kind of show up and now you're friends with all of them. And that
you want them to have pre-existing relationships?
Yeah, no, I don't. I want me to be like.
You want to be the glue.
I want that, like all of us have our own. Well, not necessarily. Like, okay, so I'm on my journey, and in town 1, before I fight the first gym, I interact with my first rival, right? And I just meet him because he's doing something else. And then in town 2, I run into some completely different person. Let's say it's a chick this time, and she's like XYZ, and I help her with whatever. And now we Pokemon battle. And now in the next town, before I get there, now I see them fighting over something else. And I'm like, whoa, I know both of you guys, calm down. But this is their first interaction together. And now it's like, okay, I have a relationship with them. They have a relationship with me. But now they also have a relationship with each other. But it just kind of happens in the game. And it's like, we're all competing, just kind of
not right at the end. Not right at the end like Scarlet and Violet.
Right. Well, and just meeting characters individually versus like we're all one group of characters. Like in X and Y, they're all friends, and you just join their friend group. And then same thing in ZA, they're all friends already, and you just show up and join them. And Sun and Moon, like it's it's a lot of that same stuff. It's less of that, so. I think it'd be more just better storytelling, like if you just met people individually, because that's how you do it on a journey anyway.
Okay,
more rivals, and more times to fight them and meet them.
I want an evil team that's actually evil throughout the plot line again, as well. Like I just
like
I don't want. Well, like they tried to Sword and Shield, they try to like fake us out with Team Yell, and then right at the end they're just like, actually, evil organization right here, and that's very weird. I don't like it. It was very bad. In Scarlet and Violet, there wasn't one. The bad guys were the Breakfast Club, and in Sun and Moon, it was kind of. I mean, they were trying to shake up the formula. Team Skull is not really the bad guys, but there is a bad guy that's very clear the entire time. I just want one that is very.
And in theater, woke Yakuza.
Like I want a Team Aqua. I want a Team Rocket. I want a Team Galactic. I want those.
Yeah. I want Plasma. Yeah, like give me Giovanni, give me Getsus. Like give me that driving factor that's like this dude is crazy and powerful and scary, and the minions are just as scared of him, but also like want to do what they're doing.
Yeah. Well,
like some stakes.
I agree.
Based on the potential region that the new games are going to come out, there's a lot of potential for them to actually make like an evil corporation or team that is trying to actually take advantage of nature or something like that. Since it does look like it's very nature based. This next game with jungles and seas and stuff like that. So having a corporation trying to extract resource from nature, from Pokemon would be perfect for the next generation, because it's the most evil thing that you can come up with in a game that's based on flora and fauna.
Yeah. I would love to just see it. Like, I just want an evil team that is actually trying to do bad. And every time you see that, they're not like a super driving plot, right? They're like an A.5 plot, right? They're not the A plot. They're not the B plot. They're important. Yeah. And if you see them, you're just like, man, I got to stop whatever they're doing right now. Because if I don't do it, it's bad.
Make them that incompetent. Make them competent.
Yes.
Make them scary. Not that you have to lose to them, but that their plots and the effect that they have on the story are severe, where like they're scary, a scary team.
Okay, I want that. Guys, this writes itself. Team Sail and they're pirates.
Yes, we need pirates. Just pirates.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Pirates.
The problem is, I know we say this.
Wielding pirates, so make it have ghost ships and stuff like that.
They could literally have just Team Aqua again. They could just bring back Team Aqua.
Yeah, but then they have cool like laser tech too, but not too advanced, so where it still looks pirate shippy, but like also just like just like a little bit like some tech.
I would just love to.
I like ghosts. Definitely ghosts.
I want to just see some kind of story play out with that. I think it should exist. They're trying to go after the legendary Pokemon for whatever reason. But yeah, final thing, my final thought on something that they should do. And I really hope they do. They haven't shown us the box art legendaries yet, and I'm okay with that. But what I would really like to see is that the box art legendary for both Wind and Waves is the same Pokemon, but in 2 different forms. I want that.
Well, isn't that just Sun and Moon?
Sun and Moon is close, in that it's like a branching evolution, right? I want it to be the same Pokemon where like there's some item that I can get post game if I'm playing Pokemon Winds, that if I use that item on the legendary Pokemon, it turns into the wave form or something like that. I genuinely, I think one of the worst parts of modern Pokemon games, and they kind of fixed it in Scarlet and Violet, but they kind of just did it so you could box the box art legendary. They gave us 2 legendaries of whatever the box art was so that we can trade them, but also just have one in the box. And what I really, really want to see is them just make the same Pokemon, because I think that's the most annoying version exclusive is the legendary. I think that is very, very frustrating. I think we should have a legendary Pokemon that is the driving force.
Yeah.
There's a wind version of it that is in Pokemon Winds. It has some form, and then when you play Pokemon Waves, it's the same Pokemon, but it's got a Waves form. And then later on in the post game, you can find the other item that would switch it to the other one. And that way, one, we're not filling up 2 deck slots with legendaries. Please, Pokemon, we don't need that. And 2 and 3, I think it's just like a really cool nod to like what that one Pokemon and its importance among the islands in Pokemon Winds and Waves. I don't know.
Right. If we did the thing that you suggested at the start, which is like make sure that that there's other reasons why you have version exclusive games, then it becomes less burden on the legendary to be different. They can be the same Pokemon with different forms. Mm-hmm. You have other reasons why you have 2 different games.
I never think the Oxart legendary is ever a factor in which game I pick. If that makes sense.
It has been for me.
I don't think it ever has been. I don't think it's ever been, man, that box art legendary, because I'll end up trading for the other one anyway at some point. And
it's more like, because as a child, right, or as a teen, I really knew that I couldn't buy 2, so it really was fair. Which one, and this is before Cerebi.net.
Yeah.
It was really much which one of these legendaries you like best, you would get that game at that point. It's not the same nowadays with the internet, but yeah.
Yeah, I am very excited for this game. I think that's kind of it, but I think there's a lot of potential that they can do. The other thing I didn't say, and I don't want to say it because we've been burned so many times, but I think this might be the time where we finally get voice acting. For the love of God, give me voice acting in this one.
Yeah.
Because if I have to sit through another monologue where their lips are flapping because you 100% expected to be able to do voice acting, I'm going to be so upset. Like when
I want the professor to talk when that game starts.
When Pierre in Pokemon Sword and Shield literally has a concert.
Oh my God, yes. I was so
Oh, it's Piers, my bad. Not Pierre, Piers. Piers, when he has a concert, it is the most awkward thing in the entire world because like the music in the background also wasn't even that hype.
I'm gonna up you up in awkwardness.
It was the same music you've been listening to the whole time.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna up you in awkwardness. The rapper in Gen 9, I forgot the name of that character.
You're right. Rhyme.
Rhyme. That was so cringe to go through.
Rhyme. Yeah, Rhyme
especially
is the same thing.
Especially because in Horizons, Rhyme does rap, and it's not bad.
No, the fact that they don't do voice acting is very frustrating. And I think this might be the time where they finally do it. If there is another musician character in this game, I will be very upset. The other thing, I have so many things that I want, and I should probably stop. But this is probably my last one. It's very small, very minor, not as big of a thing to end on as maybe like the open world concept. But I think I would love to see Pokemon actually appreciate its history in this game. And I would love to see characters return. One of my biggest pet peeves about Pokemon Legends EA is that we're literally in Lumio City up until the DLC, and we have met nobody except for AZ and Lysander. No, Corina doesn't come until the DLC. She doesn't come until the DLC.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, but I count the DLC as part of the main game at this point.
But
where's Clement?
Why is there no explanation for Clement? By the way?
Bonnie.
Tierno?
No, what's worse about Tierno is they refuse to even talk about him in name because it's very clear. It's very clear that Lita is related to Tierno, and they don't do anything about it. The only thing they say is at the end, she goes, yeah, there's my cousin dances, and I really look up to him, and that is it.
That's it.
I think they just say something about him being at school.
But
I'm gonna have to go back and play that one again. But yeah, it's insulting. It's insulting to reference these characters and then not bring them. I thought Clement was gonna end up being the mayor.
I just would have loved to see anything with Clement. The fact that Clement or even Bonnie, right? It
Or
is,
Bonnie.
Yes, Bonnie. Yes.
I'm just so frustrated that they make very little connection to current characters. They did a very good job in Legend ZA or Legend Arceus, referencing other
Right, 'cause
characters.
everyone had a
Arceus
everyone
was
had a
bubbling. Yes.
Yes.
everyone had a descendant. Everyone had a descendant. You could find them. It was
Almost annoying, Arceus.
Some of my
it was
favorite.
it was almost like an Easter egg. Well, it definitely was. But what I mean is like a Where's Waldo type of situation. Where it's like, oh, that one looks like this one, and you had to like figure out which one it was. It was fun.
I also think that some of my favorite moments in Pokemon games have been when somebody comes back. And if it's just like a cameo-esque thing, like I think of Jasmine in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
And Sunny Shore City. I think of Grimsby in Sun and Moon.
Yes, exactly.
And you know why? Because they happen so few and far between that we remember them like, oh yeah, she showed up on a beach this one time in this
Isn't
one
that
game
cool,
and said
though?
one word.
And
Like
that's why, and that's what, and that's why Black and White 2 is still has a special part in my brain because it has the world championship at the end where anyone could show up. And it was so exciting every time I had to match up with Misty or Brock or something like that because these are characters that I have dear love because of nostalgia and love every time they come up again.
those are my friends. Yeah, like at this point, like Brock, Misty, Erica, all that. Like I've hung out with them for decades.
You will never hear me complain about too much of any of the original or any of the gym leaders returning. I love it. It adds more flavor to the world, makes it feel more alive. I want
it. If you play Pokemon TCG Pocket right now, the trade market is solely based around trainers.
No, I think
because they're the most popular characters. Like and they have playability in every deck, but it's all the trainers, and that's all everybody wants is the full art trainers. And it's like I have the most coveted rainbow art Pokemon that's most meta right now. I'll trade for X trainer that's probably mid tier, and they're like, sorry, no, trainer for trainer only. And it's like it's kind of fun.
It is because it's something that Pokemon really did hammer on early on, which is this is not just about the monsters. It's just about the characters inside this world too. Ever since Gen 1, you got memorable characters along your memorable monsters. It was the chef's kiss best recipe.
Yeah, I just hope they do it. I would really like to see it. Pokemon's a game based on nostalgia, and I think that this is something that they kind of need to hammer on, especially right now, man. If the three of us are like as excited about Pokemon as we are right now, I really think this is like a time to strike.
School, right? We're the old
we're not
generation.
all old school. We're not all old school, but we've been there since the beginning. And I think there's ways to use those older characters in a way that respects their history, but also doesn't confuse people who don't know them.
It just introduces them again.
Exactly. But I do want to stop us there. I think we've got a lot of good ideas. And for those of you at home, what do you hope? What do you predict? What do you speculate that is going to be in Pokemon Winds and Waves? We would love to know. Send us an email at puclpodcast@gmail.com. But with that, we're going to go ahead, guys, and we are going to kick it on over to our Poke Quiz, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Oh, hi, and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce Gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to Puckle's Poke Quiz. Thank you for that introduction, Mark. We're going to jump into it right after we remind you that Professor Oak tells you it's time to Poke Quiz. And if you got questions that you want to try to stump our co-host with, which I think you guys were successful with today, you can submit your questions at pucklediscord.com. I say that before I even ask you because I try to be nice, guys. I try to be nice. Because I know the two of you, and so in my mind when I was selecting the questions for today, I went I went very
Pokemon fans from heart, not from brain.
Yeah, I went very Gen 1 on this to give you guys the best chance that I could, but not every question could be Gen 1. So
I got you.
All right. Well, your first question is a general trivia question, as that is every week. And this one comes from Luffy Hoshino on the Discord.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
In the Pokemon anime, Professor Oak is a renowned Pokemon professor. However, what other skill is he famous for?
Going after Ash's mom.
It's poetry.
Are we locking in that poetry?
I guess so, yes.
Poetry is correct. It is poetry.
Yeah.
I also would have been able to get that one, so I believe in myself. Just like dinosaurs.
Yeah. But why do you think he writes poetry? To get Ash.
All right.
Bingo.
All right. Your next question is also a general trivia question. And it comes to you from Jeremy B17 on the Discord server. Which Pokemon in Red, Blue, and Yellow has the most signature moves? And I will clarify this question as well by saying, at the time of Red, Blue, and Yellow, which Pokemon in Red, Blue, and Yellow has the most signature moves? These are moves that no other Pokemon can learn except for that Pokemon in Generation 1.
I assume that would be 2, because as far as I knew, everyone had just 1. Oh, not everyone. Those few that had were
but the ones that did. So the things I'm
Right.
thinking of as signature moves are like, Seeking. What about like
this is Red, Blue, and Yellow though, so no Seeking. Wait, no Seeking, yes, because Seeking had
had like Waterfall.
You're a really bad Gen 1 Pokemon expert here, you Jushiro.
Yeah. What about like Barrage and Egg Bomb from Execute and Executor? I think Chansey gets Egg Bomb.
Chansey.
What is exclusive? Exclusive means it's not a TM too, right?
Exclusive means it means no other Pokemon except for that Pokemon can learn it. That is what it means.
Oh, I know. Porygon, the Porygon line. It had
conversion 1 and conversion 2. Yeah. You're a genius. Lock it in.
Porygon is unfortunately incorrect. There is a Pokemon with 3. It is Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee gets rolling kick, high jump kick,
and
there's another kick.
I totally forgot that the kicks were exclusive to Hitmonlee in the first gen.
To be fair, all of the kicks most of them are gone. Like they got called.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But when you thought of Porygon, man,
that was close.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I thought I had it. Yeah.
You can have a point for me.
You guys are one for 2. You guys are 1 for 2. Your next question is your Pokedex entry, as always. We're going to give you the first entry. All the entries this week come from Stump Chunkmen. That's their name.
All right. Heck yeah.
The first entry is from Pokemon Heart Gold. It attacks people in Pokemon that cross the desert. This has only furthered its bad reputation.
This is from
Pokemon Heart Gold.
Heart Gold.
So we know it's Gen 4 or sooner.
Right.
Or earlier.
So Trapinch is a desert one.
I'm trying to think of Pokemon that have bad reputation. Perhaps.
Ooh, Cactuar, the Cactuar line.
I was thinking Cacturn as well because it's dark type.
Yeah, it's a Cactuar, like Final Fantasy. Yeah.
What else was in the desert in those times? It's like Claydol, Sandslash.
It's not mischievous though.
Those aren't mischievous. No, ghost things are like deserty until later.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Cacturn, and then you want to shoot it and then get our second entry?
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
All right, Cacturn, we're going to lock that in. Your next entry, also from Stump Chunkman, is from Pokemon Black. Possessing a sturdy build, it takes pride in its strength, taking down foes using toxins.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a very generic.
Drapion.
But Drapion is
Drapion Scorpion, right? Scorpions are in the desert.
Has toxin, but toxin sounds like a plant thing though, because isn't it poison is when you inject it? Venom is when you're just it's when you touch it, and then there is toxins, which is the plant version. I'm guessing. I'm throwing things out.
You sound righter than I know, and I even said I had biology.
I'm gonna need an answer here, guys. I'm gonna need an answer.
I'm stuck in there with
because Cacturn doesn't poison though. That's what
entry is BS.
I need an answer.
Okay, yeah, that's our answer. Is that second entry is BS? Throw it out. Give us a different one.
I don't have it on this PowerPoint, but if you want a third one, I'll give you a third one. I'll do it. I'll do it.
It's so generic.
Only for you guys. Only for you guys. I'll do it only for you guys. Let me pull up the other entries.
The strong build made me think Drapion, and then the toxic.
Right. Because
like toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Marini has toxins.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm Randy.
Yes,
I'm going to give you a free extra entry because I'm nice, and now the YouTube comments are going to yell at me and be very mean because I'm being too nice to you.
It's because Bo's here.
And
get used to it.
I'm going to tell you that this entry is from Pokemon Diamond. It has the power in its clawed arms to make scrap of a car. The tips of its claws release poison.
See, now that is a good Pokedex entry.
That's Drapion.
Yeah.
That's Drapion.
Right? Yeah.
Are you locking in Drapion?
Yeah, we're locking in Drapion.
Drapion is correct. I will give you 1 point for that.
I'll take it. Thank you.
I also don't feel bad because you already guessed Drapion and you were about to answer it anyway. And you started going off on a different tangent. But that is correct.
Well, because I try to get scientific on it on a Pokemon fantasy game.
You should not. You should not.
They're all made up, Jushiro.
They're all made up.
The term venom and toxic and poisonous are different for different reasons.
Your next question is your multiple answer question. There are 7 answers to this question. Where you guys are right now, I'm willing to give you 3 points. The way this will work is for the first 3 answers you give me, you get 1 point. For the next 2, you get another point for 2, and then if you give me all 7, you get 3 points. That's how that works. You need to give me 3 strikes, or you get 3 strikes. You have to lock in every answer. If you don't get them correct, you get a strike. After 3, you're done. If you take too long to give me an answer, I reserve the right to give you a strike. And with that, we're going to get into it. Our question is from Chairman Charge-a-Bug. There are 7 moves. There are 7 moves that can raise the target's attack. Can you name them? Now, I will say this is not like self-raising attack. It is, you can use this on another Pokemon or on the Pokemon itself. You can choose it in a double battle, right? These are moves that you would be able to use on another Pokemon if you wanted to. So Swords Dance and stuff would not count.
So Swagger.
Swagger is correct. That is 1. Yeah.
Okay. And that's the only one.
You got 6 to go. 6 to go.
What about no attack order? It just attacks. That doesn't raise attack.
I also you guys do have the hint.
Wait, let me try this one. Helping Hand.
Helping.
Doesn't that do that?
Helping Hand does not raise attack. No, unfortunately.
Okay, so.
It just increases damage. I do have you can use the hint if you'd like.
Pedantic distinction. But I understand it, yes. What was that? Sorry.
You guys can use the hint if you'd like. You do have the free hint.
You okay with that, Bo?
Yeah, we should use the hint.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, so you guys have 6 moves left. I will tell you all. I will tell you they are all newer moves, and I apologize in advance.
I mean, I shouldn't have an excuse. I played all versions. It's just that my memory.
You have. So one of these moves used to actually be the signature move of Cinderace. I believe so, at least. Let me double check that before I tell you that. But I'm pretty sure
I remember
it used to be until the DLC. until the DLC, Cinderace, I believe, was the only Pokemon. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Let me double check. Thatch doesn't know what he's talking about. It turns out. Yeah, because it was not the signature move of Cinderace. Because maybe it was in Gen 8. It was introduced in Generation 8. I can tell you that.
Well, being a newer generation thing is hint in it on itself.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong. I'm thinking of Court Swap. My apologies. This is not Court Swap.
Okay.
This is it is a move. I will tell you the entire thing of what it does. This move, I almost said the move, boosts the attack and defense of its allies by 1 stage each. It bypasses all forms of protection, including protection to affect allies, including Crafty Shield. If used in a single battle when no one is present, it will fail. That is introduced in Generation 8. It is a fighting type move. There is also among these other moves.
Is the pass one of these from Pistemian?
Wait, say that again? Oh, you're thinking
Pistemian.
No, let me finish the hints though before you try guessing the rest of them. Yes. Pistemian was also introduced in Generation 7, which is not what Generation 8 would move. This other move, actually Drapion does know this move. I know this very well. It's known by a lot of other Pokemon though. There's a lot of Pokemon that get this move. This is a move that chooses one of the target stats at random and raises it by 2 stages.
Oh, I know which one it is.
Oh, what's that one?
Acupuncture.
Acupressure is correct. That is 2. And then the next one I will give you is I believe this one's only known by Creamy. But let me double check because I've been wrong. It is only known by All Creamy. This move is only known by All Creamy. And it raises the target's attack and special attack by 2 stages each. Because All Creamy can do a certain thing to make itself look pretty.
Is it Decorate?
It is Decorate. That is correct. That is 3. You guys got 3 there. You're missing the Gen 8 one. That's a fighting type, but that is correct. The next one was introduced, I believe, in Generation 7. It raises the attack and special attack of all allied Pokemon with the ability plus or minus by 1 stage. So you know this move is used all the time.
Can you repeat it one more time?
This move raises the attack and special attack of all allied Pokemon with the ability plus or minus. Is so everybody uses it, obviously. And it is known by 2 Pokemon, and I will tell you these 2 Pokemon. One is Kling Klang, and the other one is Magirna. And those 2 things, yeah. I didn't even know this move existed until just now, by the way.
I assume it's something like Gear Shift or something like that.
I'm just gonna give it to you because it's called Gear Up. It's called Gear Up. And it was also culled like immediately. It like as of Generation 8, it was just gone.
Nothing banned?
No. In Gen 8, they removed certain moves from the game. And Gear Up was one of them. It was introduced in Generation 7 and then just immediately taken out.
That's hilarious.
They were just like, wow, this is a really bad move. So we're gonna give you 4 for that. And then this next,
I'm very proud for that. Oh, we're not done. Okay.
No, you've got 4. I've still got 2 more hints to give you. One of these is a move in Pokopia. I will tell you what type of move it is. I will not tell you what it does in Pokopia. There are only so many of them in Pokopia that I would. This move was introduced, I believe, in Generation 6, and it raises the attack and special attack of all grounded grass-type Pokemon.
Rototiller.
It is Rototiller. That is correct. That is 5. That gives you 2 points. And the last hint I will give you tonight, I believe, is only known by 1 Pokemon as well. And it is known by Scovillain. And it raises the target's attack and lowers the target's defense by 2 stages. It bypasses accuracy checks and is semi-invertible, unless the target is semi-invertible, because of Digger Fly or something like that. And so things that you know about Skullvillain are its heads look like what?
Its head looks like.
I forgot what those things are called. Peppers. Jesus.
Peppers. And from peppers, they typically taste what? What is the flavor? What is the flavor that you would taste?
Spicy. It's spicy pepper.
Spicy. Okay.
Spicy
Okay. We're getting there.
something.
We're getting there. We're getting there. They're spicy. And
Thank you, Miss Rachel.
and things you might put into like a hot sauce from these, like if I wanted to bake a cake, I would use vanilla. What? I would use vanilla.
Extract. Spicy extract.
Spicy extract. There we go. There we go. We got there. We gave you 6.
Man.
I'm not going to give you the other one.
You didn't even hold our whole hand the whole time. Wow.
I'm not going to give you the last
Got
one
there
because
all by ourselves, Jushiro.
I think
Good job.
They're all by ourselves.
We are so smart. Eat it, everybody else.
we're going to end that question with.
We're so good at this game.
We're going to end that question there by giving you guys 2 points out of the 3. And the answers for everybody at home are acupressure. Coaching was the one you missed that was fighting type that I thought was Cinderace's signature move, but I was wrong. I was thinking of court change. Decorate, gear up, that move that everybody remembers. Roto
I only remember geared.
and spicy extract. So you guys got 2 points. You guys are
That
4.
one was interesting.
You guys are 4 for 4, just like Wendy's. And and Swagger. I forgot. But yeah, your last question is your base stat question as always, and we're gonna go back to your Gen 1 roots and your heart. And you're gonna love this question. This is from Smeargle19. What Generation 1 Pokemon has the highest special stat? The highest special stat.
Generation 1?
In Generation 1, which Pokemon has the highest special stat? Special,
Is it
not special
Mewtwo?
defense, not special attack, special.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Is it
Alakazam.
Mewtwo or it's Alakazam? Now I don't remember.
It's one of those two, but I can't remember which one. I think that Mewtwo's special attack became more powerful after the split.
I think you're right.
I need an answer.
Something tells me that. Do you want to go with Alakazam or do you want to go with Mewtwo?
I still feel like it's Mewtwo.
Let's go with Mewtwo. He's the OG.
Mewtwo?
Yeah.
Mewtwo's your answer?
Yeah, I think the BST is just too high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mewtwo is correct. It has a base special stat of 154 in Generation 1, which is, I believe, its special attack stat now. I believe it's the same.
Yeah. I knew there was something in the split, but yeah.
And then Alakazam is in second place with 135. Gengar follows it up with 130. And then tied for the remainder at 125 are Executor. Executor sits in the same bracket. By the way, I'm going to list the last 3 Pokemon that are it's tied with. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Of course.
Executor.
And of course, the best, Jolteon. Right, Bo?
Jolteon is not there, but I believe the special attack is still like 110, which is pretty good.
No, he has a decent special attack, for Gen 1.
Yeah. All right.
It's incomplete Thatch. Jolteon's there.
But that is it. We gave you guys we gave you guys. I'm gonna accurately say that.
You gave us. It's fine. We're not
it's not like it's gonna change
Pity
the world.
points spend the same, Thatch. Pity points spend the same.
They count.
All right, so let me go ahead and do my edits here real quick on this board. You guys got 5 points today. Oh, Bo, you weren't even on the board yet.
Yeah, I've been slacking, my bad.
I'm not allowed to put you on apparently, because I didn't upgrade the account on this leaderboard. But I'm gonna knock off Dr. Shamu on the bottom right now. And we're gonna go ahead and add that many points to Jushiro.
Yes,
and we're gonna preview this board and we are gonna open it back up. In first place, we have Lord Jushiro with 25 points. Even if I wouldn't have given you that extra one, I think you would have been first. In second place, we've got Linian with 24. In third, we've got Seth Philo with 23. In fourth, we've got Claude9 with 21. In 5th, we've got Whimsicott with 19. In 6th, Shark Finnegan with 18. In 7th, or Sigma with 15. In 8th, Sublime Manic with 7. In 9th, we've got a tie between Bocefus and Mark with 5. And in 11th, we've got Dr. Shamu with 4. And that is our rankings. The top 4 will go to a Tournament of Champions after November and duke it out for whatever I decide their prize will be, whether that's a Fazoli's gift card, a Spaghetti Warehouse gift card, an eShop gift card, whichever one they deem more valuable. They will duke it out. And yeah, if you want more Poke Quiz though action, tune in next week where we'll give you another exciting batch of Pokemon related trivia. With that, we're going to kick things on over to our Poke Opinion. We'll catch you over there, guys. Welcome to our Poke Opinion, the part of the show where you can put it on our Discord at puclpodcast.com and let us know what you want us to talk about. And there's a really fun one from a few months ago that Not All That Evil from the Discord server put up there. And I'm going to read it verbatim. It's very good. I really like this one.
Let's go.
The Pokemon League has had a few new coats of paint in the recent generations, with it being a cultural coming of age ceremony in Alola, a major league sports business with sponsors and endorsements in Galar, and a personal study school project in Paldea. Which of these was your favorite, and what fun twist do you think the league will have in the future? I think that's a fun question. I love
this.
This is a good question.
This is a very good Poke Opinion question.
My favorite one was and I say this a lot in the show, like the saving grace of Gen 8 was actually the structure of the Pokemon League. I thought it was done very well. That is my favorite one because I really like how they explain that not every type is in, like you see these 8 gyms and why it's those 8 gyms and not something else. And that's because there's actually minor league gyms that exist and didn't make it to the major league this year. And I really like that lore. I think it's really, really cool. If they had better badges, I'd be all there for it. But I think that is a really cool take on the Pokemon League that I really, really like.
Yeah, and not just that, but the stadium environment of it all, and all the people, the crowd, the hype. Like if it were a big sporting event, it's really hard to not choose Galar because of that. Because just the vibe of it is so grand.
The music is good.
Yeah, but I do like the structure in Paldea because I do like that they're like the champion there or La Primera like has an actual structure where she needs to go to every gym leader, make sure that everyone's by standards and stuff like that. And that little detail, I really did like that excuse to go back and fight your gym leaders because you're now actually working for the boss and the boss wants you to go and evaluate that they're doing their gym league duties. That was a nice touch as well. So I would say, yes, Galar number 1, Paldea as a close second.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What about you, Bo?
Very similar. I was going to also say Galar because that one was just like larger than life, the whole time. You feel like you are getting better as a trainer the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like, you know what I mean? Like it's not just everybody's, and I mean, like every Pokemon game, everybody's fluffing you the whole time, but that one is like you get into bigger stadiums and stuff, and it does feel like.
Right, because we all experience what is to us being hype man for our favorite sports people.
Right.
So it really did allow you to live that. You are the Messi. You are the Jordan of this universe. And
I thought
that's hard to miss.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was done very cool, very well. Like Galar is very easy. In the future, I would love to see more of that. But even then, I honestly I don't know that I need like a good take on a Pokemon League outside of just like a Pokemon League. I'm okay with it. Like it exists. It needs to. It's Pokemon. We have to do it.
Here's one that the manga.
Oh yes, I was about to say almost the same thing, so I'll let you do it.
Yeah. A Pokemon Elite that is actually secretly an evil organization. That they are actually bad guys and they are part of one team, but they are the champions this time around. They're just not incompetent fools. They are the champions of the league. In the manga,
I would be okay with that.
Bruno, Lorelei, Agatha, and Lance were actually very evil in the manga. In the yellow, right? There was a yellow manga, and it was
not even just the Elite Four. Not even just the Elite Four. If you read the original Red, Green, Blue manga, in the manga, also Lieutenant Surge, Sabrina, and Koga are also parts of Team Rocket. They're part of Team Rocket, and so is Blaine. Well, Blaine's he's like an ex Team Rocket.
Yeah, Blaine is like the he has a heart, right? He was part of the bad guys, but he realized his evil ways and tried to escape from it all.
The Pokemon Adventures manga, by the way, is the most anime thing Pokemon has ever been. It is the most.
Talk about something that I think Pokemon should do in one of these anniversaries. Make a short 5-episode from the manga.
The problem is, I think the old Adventures manga is so far behind them that they just don't care anymore. Like it is just so far behind. It's going to be the way. It's going to kind of be the way that Ash feels in 10 years, where Ash is just like so Digimon, far behind.
Where the original manga, where Digimon, the first attempt of a Digimon was in a manga, and that manga has nothing to do with the rest of Digimon, to the point that there's still Digimon that appeared in that manga that has not crossed over into the current Digimon because they're like lost. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, it's going to be like that, I think, where it's just, this is so far removed from what current Pokemon is. There's no way we're going to ever reference it. I think the closest we'll ever get to something like that is the stories of Red and Blue.
Or having Leaf as a character.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. I think the closest you'll ever get is just the stories of Red and Blue, like we got in Pokemon Origins during the 20th anniversary, or not the 20th anniversary. That was 2013. So that was even before the 20th anniversary. But yeah, I think we'll get stuff like that. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, this has been a Poké Opinion. This is what it's meant to be. It's meant to be short, sweet, to the point. So with that, if you have any more of those, send those over to our PUCL Discord at pucldiscord.com. With that, we're going to kick it on over to our mailbag. Welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves. Hooves. This part of the show is where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. We typically have a question. Last week we asked you, I believe, what do you think of Pokopia? And we only got like 2 emails. I don't even know how that happened.
Well, they're too busy playing.
They're too busy playing the game. They're too busy playing.
About it, yeah.
But yeah, we have not done. So we asked that. We have 2 emails. We're going to go through them here in a moment. I still owe all of you that big backlog of email that we got when we skipped like 3 mailbags because the shows were running insanely long. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into these emails. But as always, we'll give the Green Tauros badge to whoever we deem worthy. I think I already know the answer to this, honestly, today, but we're going to jump into it. Our first email is going to be from Draken. Hello, Puckle crew. You can call me Draken. I've been listening to you guys for about a year now. How I discovered you guys was that I was at work and I was like, I would really love to listen to a Pokemon podcast. And then I came across you guys on Spotify. Love it. Keep up the good work. I love that story.
I love that story. Most of our experience, because I remember my experience being exactly the same. Oh, yeah. I really should be listening to a Pokemon podcast.
I should listen to it, and then you scroll past all the good ones, and then you click on ours.
No. I went through the quote unquote good ones and landed on, this is actually
yeah. And then to answer your question about what I think about Pokopia, I think it's an amazing, cozy game to play and chill out with. I love the building and being able to basically rebuild towns to its original state and more. I definitely highly recommend this game to anyone who loves Pokemon. From Trainer Draken. Well, thank you.
Thanks, Draken.
Thank you for that. And we've got one more today, and I believe this is from the Unovian, a longtime writer, the Puckle Podcast mailbag. Hello, Puckle crew. Apparently, I've greeted you all enough times in the mailbag for autocomplete to know. I can also confirm I've fallen hook, line, and sinker for the Pokopia craze too. I'm reminded of someone mentioning on the podcast, not sure if yours, that an Animal Crossing and Pokemon Crossing, Animal Crossing and Pokemon crossover would be the break-in an emergency hype and the money generator for the Pokemon franchise. And now we're seeing why. And how it goes beyond just crossing these game styles together. Not only does it combine creative and Pokemon elements that I love, but the thing that actually convinced me to give it a try was how deep the lore goes. It's fascinating to piece together what happened to the Kanto through the environmental cues, and I look forward to putting it together. I wanted to mention that Pokopia reminds me of two things. One, it's obviously easy to compare it to Minecraft or Animal Crossing, but a niche game that I found even more similarities to, and I also really enjoyed, is a game called Stonehearth, not to be confirmed with Hearthstone.
Right.
Stonehearth or Hearthstone, yeah.
I'd like to describe it as Minecraft, but you can make your civilians do the Minecrafting for you. The thing, this game sounds super interesting. I read the email earlier this week, and I'm like, man, I should probably put that on my Steam wish list. The thing I appreciated the most was how satisfying it was to, if not make your town pretty, and then make your town efficient so your workforce, villagers, can be efficient too. It scratches my itch for town management games with infinite possibilities of Minecraft-style building, and that's exactly what I love about Pokopia too. The second came up when I heard you guys comparing how Fire Red Leaf Green came out before Pokopia to give context for Pokopia. I don't think it did that intentionally, to be fair. I think it was semi-coincidental, but just as BDSP did for Legends Arceus. Now that I think about it, Pokopia may be the closest thing we have to a Legends Kanto game. There are so many parallels. You get dropped into an unfamiliar world and get found by a professor figure, and you help a civilization grow in the face of untamed wilderness, and you're experiencing Kanto in a story left untold, as YouTuber Cecily, I don't even know who that is, would describe as the essence of the Legends series. Yet, it also mirrors... Go ahead, Jushiro.
Oh, it's because it's the actual Pokemon Legends future game that we were thinking that we were going to get.
Yeah. Yet it also mirrors Legends Arceus in more fascinating ways too, exploring the past of Sinnoh versus the future of Kanto. Humans trying to understand Pokemon versus Pokemon trying to learn about human society, both trying to bridge the gap between the two. An exceptional protagonist at understanding Pokemon versus an exceptional Pokemon at impersonating a human. I said humor. Yet their special skills are exactly why they're protagonists, heroes, and special characters. Overall, I think this reflects a kind of trend of Pokemon telling stories beyond the limitations of the main series formula, and makes me love the world of Pokemon even more than I already do. Keep up the great work, Unovian. Well, thank you for that. And I think Unovian gets the Green Tauros badge. Right? We all agree. Yeah. With that, if you would
like, say one thing real quick.
Absolutely.
About Pokopia and the lore of Pokopia.
Yeah.
And this game changed the way that I think about Pokemon a little bit now.
Yeah.
And I screamed when I read this. It was the Pokedex entry for Oddish. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's just the Fire Red Leaf Green Pokedex entry. Or it's just
not.
No,
it isn't.
It is.
Is
yes,
it,
it is.
Is it really?
Yes.
Did you not know that?
Yes.
Has that always been its scientific name? Oh my God. I lost my poop over that.
Dude, that's been Oddish's Pokedex entry since Gen 1.
Oh my gosh. Since Gen 1. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'll read it to you right now.
Never mind.
I'll tell you right now.
The Pokemon entries are all...
Yeah, the entries are all from like their first game.
Entry.
Yeah, it's their first entry.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to quit playing Pokemon now.
Oh, actually, wait, the Oddish thing. Oh, wait, no. The Oddish Wandering. No, it was in Fire Red Leaf Green at least. Yeah. Okay. Actually, this was a Fire Red Leaf Green entry. My apologies.
Which makes sense.
Okay. But because I caught an Oddish in the game before, and I was like, oh, that's the same entry.
Adium Wanderous. Yeah. I need to know now. Anyway.
Yeah, it says its scientific name is Adium Wanderous. At night, it is said to walk nearly 1,000 feet on its two roots because it's the same entry.
Is that now I want to know every single scientific name.
Yeah,
for every Pokemon, and there is one.
Every Pokemon.
So I guess
I
guess they made new entries. Did they actually made new entries for Fire Red and Leaf Green?
They did.
For Fire and Leaf Green, yeah, totally.
I didn't.
Yeah, back in Fire.
Oh
Red
no,
and
they
Green,
didn't.
Yeah.
They did do it because in original Red and Blue, there was only one entry for each Pokemon.
Right. And it was like one sentence.
Yeah. And so one game would get the old entry and then the other game would get a new entry, it looks like. So I did not realize that, but it was still the Fire Red entry. It wasn't the Red and Blue entry. My apologies for that miscommunication.
Still, you got me.
Amazing.
Pokeopia's Pokedex is very silly though, and like every entry is an actual Pokemon Pokedex entry, which is really cool.
What makes the magical thing is that Pokeopia's personality. I know we're gonna close out. This is the last thing I'm seeing. But Pokopia, the best thing it has is that I love just figuring out each Pokemon's personality.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chef's keys. The game is real well written. And I just love interacting with the Pokemon, just seeing how they their own personalities come to realize. It's just fun.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's really cool. Pokopia has been a blast, so I'm gonna keep playing it. Like literally after this, I'm gonna play some Pokopia.
Correct. That's what I'm doing too.
I'm gonna play some Pokopia when I'm done. But yeah, thank you for that. And if you want to email us, like I said, let us know what you predict or want in Pokemon Winds and Waves. We would love to hear what you guys have. And Winds and Waves.
We wah! Pokemon, we wah! Gotta catch 'em all.
I hate it. But yeah, if you want to keep up with us throughout the week, the best way to do so is to go to our Discord channel over at puclpodcast.com. You can, of course, catch us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Bluesky. You can also catch us over on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepodcast. And I did forget to announce this this week on stream. We are going to go ahead and be giving out a couple $5 eShop gift cards for just people hanging out in the stream. I think we're going to probably do a bigger one as well. Probably a copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Just if you come and hang out in the stream, there's a chance that you can win it in a raffle. So please come out to the stream, hang out, because we're announcing things like merch drops and all the other things that are happening. There's going to be a Puckle merch drop coming up, and I want you all to be ready and like help make sure that we're making things that you will buy or want. And I'm very excited to do that. But yeah, I also just like hanging out with you guys. So come on by. I think we're doing like 2 or 3 $5 eShop gift cards and probably a copy of Fire Red Leaf Green if you just come and hang out on Wednesday night at 7:30ish p.m. over on Twitch and YouTube at twitch.tv/thepodcast and youtube.com/puclpodcast. You can, of course, also help support the show by going over to our Patreon at patreon.com/puclpodcast. There should be a game corner coming out relatively soon. Shark and I have worked it out, so
nice.
Very excited for that. Finally excited to like actually get those out. Well, yeah. With that, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
Some say I've been Jushiro.
And I've been Bocefus.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.